Hey guys, welcome to Grace Garden and Farm. I wanted to talk with you about rabbits today. We do several different things here on the farm, but rabbits are what's near and dear to my heart. And so I just wanted to share just a little bit of here's what you could do if type thing. Because this was very helpful for me when I learned this a few years back, and so I just want to pass this on to you. We had one of our does, she kindled early yesterday morning, and she had two little tiny kits, but she did not have them in the nesting box. She had each of them outside of the box, and as a matter of fact, there was one on this side of the kennel and one on that side of her kennel, and she barely even pulled fur. You know, when a mom is getting ready, usually they pull a lot of fur, and she didn't really do that. So I'm trying to cut her a little slack because this is her first time. Maybe next time will be better. But anyway, so I just wanted to tell you, if you ever find yourself in that situation, don't just assume that it's too late. Because oftentimes you can take that little kit, which is what you call a baby bunny, and you can warm them back up, you know, kind of rub them and warm them back up, and they will actually still be alive. So that's exactly what I did. I took both of them. Now everybody has their own way of doing things, their own method and style, but the way I do it, I believe that skin to skin is the best as far as a body heat. And so I stick them under my shirt, and I put them right here, and I just hold them against my chest as long as it takes. And so it took about 2 hours of me just, you know, holding them. I was doing things, but I just kept one hand on them, and they were just up against me, and it warmed them right up. Like seriously, they were super warm, like hot even. And that's all it took. You know, they were alive, they were moving around. And so the key with that is it depends on how long they've been out of the nesting box when you find them. That kind of is an indicator of, you know, what your chances are of, you know, reviving them. I think ours had probably only been out of the nesting box maybe an hour or two, because they weren't like freezing cold, but they were cool. Their body was cool. Their temperature was not what it normally should be. However, they were still like moving around and making little noises. So I felt pretty positive about being able to warm them back up. But there have been times where that's not been the case. It has been, you know, really, really cold and in the winter, and we had an unexpected doe have her kits. I didn't even know she was bred because we had just recently gotten her from another person. Anyway, she had kits, and in the middle of the night, and it was the next morning when I found them. And like I said, this was a really cold night, and they were like ice cold. But we still brought them in, and we did all the procedures, you know, skin to skin. We tried heating pads, like everything, but unfortunately we were unable to save them, which was a bummer. But you know, sometimes that's just how things happen. But never just assume. I just want to give you that. Never just assume. It may not be too late. If you find baby kits outside of the nesting box, pick them up, you know, put them close to you, give them time for their little bodies to warm back up, and you know, see if you can get them back going, because you'll be surprised at how often you actually can revive them and give them a chance. So we did that, and then I had to do a makeshift nest for these little kits, because like I said, she didn't pull very much fur and she didn't even have them in the nesting box. And so I tried to gather up as much of her fur as I could. And then I went and checked the lint tray. So if you go look in your lint tray of your dryer and you get your lint out, I mean, it's not the best, but in a situation of life or death, it works, okay? People say negative things about it all the time. And again, let me say, it's not the ideal situation, but it will work in a pinch. So get the lint from your dryer, and you can it kind of mimics her fur. And so you would be able to kind of create your own little nest and what have you. And if you have like hay or pine shavings, you could use that as well. Not cedar, never use cedar with rabbits, but you can use pine shavings. I have this very thin, it was like cloth, and so I stuck that in the dryer and warmed it up, and I put that on the bottom and then kind of nestled them in, and then I took the lint and the fur and just, you know, created a makeshift nest for the little buns. And so it is doable. Don't freak out too bad. You know, all hope is not lost. Oftentimes you can still revive them and bring them back. And so I hope that this can help you if you ever find yourself in that situation like we've been in. There could still be a chance. So never just assume, always give it a try and just see what you can do.